In this session, we're going to look at prepositions. Now, prepositions are lots in number, but we're going to look at them, in categories. Right, now preposition is a word, that shows the relationship between nouns, pronouns, or a noun and a pronoun, right? So let's understand the application of in, at, and on with the commonly used verb called arrive, okay? So basically, when and where is what we're going to use to explain this concept a little more. So if I have to say this person, when did he arrive? Then I go ahead and say he arrived at 6 o'clock, or he arrived at midnight, or at noon. So you use at when you're referring to a specific point in time. Okay? Specific point in time, we use at. Now, widen it a little more if you want to say it in a day or, on a particular date, right? So from that particular specific point of time, you kind of widen it a little more, you go to the day or the date, then I use on. So he arrived on Friday, or he arrived on Monday, or he arrived on the 25th of May, right? Then I use on. And if you want to widen the bracket a little more, then for months or years or seasons, you use in. So he arrived or he will be arriving in March, or he will be visiting us in 2014, or he's planning to visit us in the summer, right? So then you use in. So it's pretty much simple to remember. So if you, from a specific point in time, at, you move to a day or a date. Then you use on, and then you use in for the widest, which is either month or year or season. Okay. So let's move to where. So where is he arriving denotes the place. When denotes the time and the season. Where denotes the place. So here we're going to look at just at and in. So I can go ahead and say, if I want to talk about again a specific place, like he arrived at the airport, or he arrived at Taj Hotel, or he arrived at, or he will be arriving at office at 5 o'clock, right? So any specific place, then again I use at, okay? But if I want to talk about cities or countries, okay, then I use in. City or country, I use in. So he will be arriving in Mumbai at 6 o'clock, or he will be arriving in Canada, on Monday. Okay, so is this clear? It's pretty much simple to remember. We're going to use some examples to understand the application even better. But like always, English is a language of exceptions, right? So let's look at a couple of exceptions. Now here I've written yesterday, last year, and next week. So when I'm using the verb arrive, these expressions don't need any prepositions at all. So I can just say, he came yesterday, or he's planning to visit us next week, or he already arrived last year, or he will be arriving next week, or he arrived yesterday. So I don't have to use any prepositions when I'm using these, right? I don't have to say he arrived on next week or in next week. I don't have to use any prepositions. Likewise, home, which is a special place to all of us, I don't have to use any prepositions. So he arrived home, or he will be arriving home. I don't have to say he will be arriving at home or to home or in home. Not required. Okay, so let's understand this with a couple of examples. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply that learning in these three sentences. I arrived the Sheraton Chennai, 7 o'clock, right? Now I have a specific place, I have a city, and I have a specific point of time. So we already know that for specific places and specific time, we have to use at. And it's okay if there is no, if the same prepositions are repeating in the sentence, that's absolutely fine. So for the cities, I know I have to use in. So she arrived at the Sheraton in Chennai at 7 o'clock. Let's move to the next one. They arrived dash Mumbai dash the summer. Again here, at a specific point of time, at. If it's on a day or a date, on. But if it's a wider bracket, which is month, year, season, I use in. So here again, this is a city. She arrived in Mumbai in the summer season, right? Last one, she arrived dash Delhi airport dash Monday. She arrived Delhi airport, specific place. She arrived at Delhi airport. Monday, it's a day on Monday. Yeah, clear? Now let's understand a little more of the usage of these prepositions in detail.